which is really something. Actually, just recently was appointed news director of Eyewitness News. Would you welcome, please, Stan Turner and his wife, Ruth. Yes. Good morning. Good morning.
I haven't heard so much controversy about a curtain since Churchill mentioned the Iron Curtain. I have some feelings about it.
Well, tell me.
How do you feel?
I'll tell you after the show, okay?
Oh, tell
I'll write
us
you a
now.
postcard. I'll sign it, okay?
Do you like it? Don't like it?
I didn't say that.
Okay. Ruth, do you like it? What do you think?
It's the first time I've seen it.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of getting
I
this.
could use it at home.
Could use it at home?
Yeah.
Well, listen, cut rate. It might work out for you.
Sure.
Seriously.
Be great.
You know, I was asking around KS to find out some inside things about Stan Turner, and I want to tell you that I had tremendous difficulty in shaking loose any information about you.
Well, I don't have any inside. That's, the problem. You check inside Stan Turner. But apparently my record is so unblemished, Steve, that it's hard to find somebody to come out of the closet.
Well, I found
Except
one.
Ben Trinan over here, a photographer I've worked with. Throw a couple of lobs in here
The
today,
perfect husband.
Is he the perfect
Oh,
husband?
the perfect husband.
Yeah.
maybe. Have you had enough of this stuff, ladies?
Yes. Do you have this all
We'll
written
leave
down
right
on your
now.
cuff, Ruth?
Yeah.
Let's see. Perfect husband. What
Perfect
comes
husband.
next?
I cook for him every night. He's healthy at all times.
Do
Good
you cook for
father.
him every night?
Yes.
You do?
Oh, yes.
Home-cooked meals?
Home-cooked meals. Start
No.
from scratch.
You do?
Yes.
Is he a fussy
Start.
eater?
No.
No?
No
Eats
way.
anything?
Eats anything. Worms,
Yeah.
bugs, anything I can find in the house.
Oh, it sounds very good.
No, I start my cooking about 10 in the morning.
Seriously?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's very nice. So you said we met for the first time in the green room, and you said you are a domestic engineer,
Yes.
quote unquote, and that it takes a lot of time.
Yes, it does. All the schedules.
Oh, the news
Don't-
schedule is
Yeah, that's-
absurd. I mean, all
it
the
is,
people who
really.
work here are on split schedules, and how can you possibly plan a meal? Does he come home at regular times? Or?
Well, I have everything at slow cooking so that I know.
3-4 days.
Yes.
We freeze a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
You never know.
But in the morning I start everything, like say spaghetti sauce or something. It starts at 9:30, sometimes the night before I start it, so that I know. And then in case Mr. Majors gets sick, then I still got something going, and Stan can come home if he wants to in between shows.
So you're
You know
ready
what
at a
someone
moment's
named
notice.
that slow cookery in the pot? That's being called affectionately crackpot cookery.
That could be it.
Like that?
Right.
Fits him.
I must tell you that there was one person who did give us some insight into Stan Turner, and so what I would like to do is to check this out with Ruth. And Ruth, you can tell me whether or not it's true.
Boy, that's a bum rap.
Okay? Here we go.
You've had
Now, this is advice on how to win him. If you flatter him, if you are a good audience for him, he will like you. Is this correct?
No, he doesn't like that much flattery. I have the, what's that?
I don't get that much flattery. Let's put it that way. She is a good critic. I'll let her take it from here.
But what's my favorite saying? It
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
If he does a show or something, and I'll say, oh, it wasn't that bad.
So you don't really give him a lot of positive reinforcement and flattery.
No, I tell him the bad points that I
Interesting.
didn't like.
Okay, I'll try another one. It says that he is chivalrous, that he is tenderly protective, that he is sentimentally affectionate.
Who did you talk
likes
to?
candlelight, likes violins, that kind of thing. Is that true?
Yes, he does. I have a candle going every night.
I've got to go home.
So he, because we can't afford the electricity, so we have the candle going. So I was very interested in this candle being
Did you do this,
soaked.
Nelson?
Now, seriously, is that
this
true?
true,
Is he
Stan?
very sentimental?
Yes, he is very sentimental.
Well, that's interesting.
guess so.
Nice.
He remembers
Yeah.
every occasion and brings home flowers and things like that. Plants.
nice.
Mhm.
Okay, just a few more. He is a very jealous person. He has a quick temper. What do you think?
Yes,
Both true.
both true.
How about it, Stan?
I learned the temper from her. Jealousy, I don't know. I suppose, a little bit.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting, all these little insights into you?
I want to know who you talk to. That's what I want to know.
You want to know who I talked
Yeah.
to? You won't believe this, but actually, I
Sure.
asked you your birthday, which is
Yeah.
what, August what?
18.
August 18th. I didn't really talk to anybody. I looked it up in Linda Goodman's Sun Signs. This is
She and I
astrological
never got along for a while.
But you see how
She
accurate
never
it was?
understood me.
Isn't that interesting how
It
accurate
is
that is?
very accurate.
Stan, people must expect, because you're a newsman, I mean, you're a big guy with that low voice, they must expect that you're a very serious person, intense person, well-informed person. Are all of those things true
Sure
about
got
you?
them fooled. That's what they think. I suppose the nature of the business, Sharon, you're dealing in news day in and day out, so much of it is sober, a lot of it's tragic happenings. I guess you tend to wear, the face of someone who isn't especially happy about and thrilled to death with what you have to deal with every day. So I suppose you carry some of that not only here around the station and on the beat if you're a reporter, but home too. So, but there is another side,
Yeah, we met someone last year who said, "That's Stan Turner. I went to high school with him, and boy, was he a cut-up. He was a real prankster, and boy, has he changed." Is that true?
The funny thing in the hand.
Have you changed?
No, I wasn't what you'd call a practical joker, nothing like that. But I think the business sobers you, mellows you, mature with it quite a bit. You're dealing with all kinds of situations, and again, the nature of the news business is such that you're dealing, probably 70–80% of it is heavy stuff, okay? Either it's government or tragic crashes, whatever. But a lot of it's not what you call laughable material. So
Well, there are
it's bound
some
to rub
things
off and reflect.
that go wrong, as we all know. And Stan brought with him a videotape of one of those magic moments in television when you expect everything to go just the way you expect, but it doesn't quite turn out that way. Let's take a look at this.
Reporter Bob Clark, and Bob, of course, the really big question tonight, will it fly? And both those committees, will it succeed? Go right ahead, Bob.
What? You're on. Standing across from me is Representative William Kelly, DF.
A little bit of explanation is in order here real quick. That was, yes, a bad miscue. That was live, not only my segment where I was sitting in for Ron Majors that night. Bob Clark, too, was live via the action cam from the state capitol. A big story was just about to break. The problem was that anyone on the remote locations, such as Bob Clark was that night, has to take his cue off the air. That is, he has an earpiece which is plugged into a small little television set, a little monitor. And unless he can hear me or the newscaster cue him, he's dead.
Right.
Well, fine, he had the earpiece in, he had it plugged into the TV set, but somebody had turned the TV set to another channel. So Bob Clark was listening to the dying moments of the Mickey Mouse Club or something, and that was it. And a few thousand people saw that.
Yeah.
But, like your show, the news programs are about the last live programs on the air now. So much of it is taped, so you take those risks. You laugh later, but not at the time.
That's for sure. Look, we
pretty
had you
embarrassing.
two on this morning.
That's right.
It's too early
Yes,
to
it
be
is.
on in the
Isn't
morning
it early?
Shame
on a
yourself.
rainy day.
We're going to have a chance to meet your children. There are 3 children are in our audience. We're going to meet them and also have our live audience have a chance to ask them some questions. We'll be doing all that right after this word, so don't go away.
Poor dirty dog. He has flea festation.
And I gave it to my owner, Sergeant.
Ticklish, but not tragic. Wear a Sergeant Sentry 4 collar.
It kills fleas and ticks, dirty dog.
Correct, Glamour Puss. A Sentry 4 collar protects the whole family from tick and flea festation.
One collar protects me and my family.
Exactly. Protect your whole family from flea festation with Sergeant Sentry 4 collars.
Albert, how about some crunchy caramel nut ice cream?
Yeah. Now, Albert?
Or creamy strawberry? Or vanilla fudge twirl?
Oh, Albert.
For that, though, it's light and lively ice milk.
It sure tastes like ice cream to me.
No matter which of our ice creamy flavors you try, your taste will tell you the same thing. Light and lively, it's the ice creamy ice milk.
Have you got that, Ethel?
Yeah. Ooh, that looks luscious. Ooh, it tastes luscious. Light and luscious? Ooh, 1/3 fewer calories, no artificial sweeteners, and it's from Sara Lee. Light and luscious, light and luscious. Ooh, and banana and chocolate, too.
Our guest is Stan Turner and his wife Ruth, and we have some pictures that we want to show here. Stan, first one that we showed a little bit earlier. What's that?
That is taken about 1966 when a couple of months after I joined KSTP Radio News. I think the boss was just telling me on the phone there that had only 2 months to go or something, or he wasn't going to put through the raise. I'm not sure. Looked awfully sober there, but that's one of the earlier photos of me here, I guess.
Okay, maybe you can hand me that one. And
this was taken in 1970. The face is apart from myself, which is probably not familiar, but the other gentleman should be. To my immediate left there, Joseph Clark, that's not Carth, that is, the former 4th District Minnesota Congressman. Next to him, the now Vice President, Walter Mondale, who was then Senator, and then Donald Fraser, still the Congressman from Minnesota's 5th District. This was at the Leamington Hotel in 1970, during the big election hoopla down there, which was my main area of coverage in those days. This is taken in Eau Claire, Wisconsin on a Saturday, a very cold Saturday in 1972. This is when this was Senator Hubert Humphrey's last serious bid for the presidency. You'll see Governor Anderson behind him. I'm down in the crowd freezing there along with a colleague of mine in the business, R.F. Johnson, the man with the Kentucky Fried Chicken goatee there. And this is a gag shot. We were posing for Don Keelblock, our station photographer, one Saturday. This is the Saturday Night News crew, Ed Cairo, Roy Findon, and myself. And we were just clowning around a little bit, but it came out kind of funny. I thought I'd bring that down.
How did you two meet, Ruth?
We met in a newsroom. Would you believe that?
I would.
I was caught on the teletype.
Yes.
You were working in the business as well at the time.
I was working in radio, a local radio station, yes.
How long have you been married?
12 years.
Is it ever difficult being, Stan must be recognized a lot when you go out. Is it ever difficult being married to a celebrity?
Yes. And
How?
my only claim to fame is that I do the shirts.
I can't believe that.
That's
No, really,
true.
does it get on your nerves sometimes when people recognize Stan and you're just Mrs. Stan Turner?
Oh, occasionally, especially when you get the little name tags that say Mrs. Stan Turner, so I always put Ruth underneath.
Yeah.
we're talking about difficulties in living with television personalities, and it could be a good time, I suppose, to introduce your children. Now, why don't you introduce yourselves and say what age?
My name's John, I'm 18.
My name's Laura, 10.
Kate, 17.
Are there any problems in having a father who is so well known in the Twin Cities? Anybody?
I really don't talk too much. I'm hardly at home. I don't know.
It's not too?
No.
Do your friends ever ask you what Stan Turner is really like?
A lot of times. I just say it's normal. I don't think anything of it.
Really?
I don't think anything at all, you know. I'm just kind of proud of him.
Sure.
Yeah.
According again to this crazy Linda Goodman sun signs, and you know, I don't put much stock in it. It's kind of fun though. She says that someone like Stan is probably a pretty tough disciplinarian and gives long speeches to his children about the way they should really be. Now, is that true?
Good reaction.
I don't know. Well, he talks to me once in a while. If I ever see him, he's always gone, and I'm never, you know, when he's gone, I'm home, and I'm home, he's gone, you know.
Yeah.
So when I do see him, I guess, yeah, we talked a lot. We don't ever talk about news or nothing like that.
Really?
Oh, never do. He never talks about the news show. He never does. Just horsed it around.
Would you want to, John, would you want to go into television?
Not this part of it, no.
No?
Really? Well, you be behind the scenes or something?
No, I don't think so. No, I'm studying for something else. Photography, commercial photography. That's a little bit different.
Oh, do you have any idea what you want to be?
Veterinarian.
A vet. I got a laugh from your brother, but it sounds pretty good to me. Okay, and how about you?
I'm going to forestry.
What aspect of forestry?
Just in kind of take care of forest ranging and all that kind of.
Nobody in the media at all?
No.
Aren't they smart?
That's very interesting. Okay, well, thank you all for coming. And we have some more questions for Stan and Ruth up here. Who had a question up here? You did, yes.
Yes, I'd like to know why you chose newscasting as your profession.
It's difficult to really establish where it first started. I've always been interested in current events. It goes way back to grade school. I remember seriously, you know, liking to read the Weekly Reader. I knew something was strange right there. But I've always had a great curiosity, excuse me, about things, and since I couldn't cure the curiosity, I figured I might as well try to get paid for it. So get into the, I thoroughly love it. I'm fascinated with politics, with people who are movers and shakers and make things work, and you know, the people who are not so famous, I'm intrigued by them and what their problems are. So it's just an inborn curiosity, I guess, more than anything. And what better outlet is there than trying to cover the news?
Have you ever considered running for political office yourself?
Yes, I have. After covering the legislature, one becomes something of a curbstone lawyer and a curbstone politician. You're on the periphery of it all the time, and you'd like to get in there and tell those guys how to do it, you know, because you say, that bill's a lousy bill. It should be done this way. You know, I know, you think you know, but you're tempted to do it, but you'd compromise whatever integrity you have and neutrality and objectivity by, you know, taking a leave of absence if you could. Because then you're tainted. You wear a label from there on out. You can't go home again after you've gone into politics from the news business. You can maybe, but it's tough.
Isn't that difficult when you do have such strong opinions? As news director, you have to decide what goes on the air,
That's
how
right.
to be objective about it, and if you really have opinions, it must be difficult at times.
It is very difficult, Sharon. I like what David Brinkley said. I think he really hits it on the head. He said, nobody can be truly objective, but you can try to be fair and even-handed. We all have opinions. You've got to suppress those. Stand back, have somebody else take a look at what you've written or what you're going to say, and hopefully that'll leaven, what you will say on the air, and hopefully it'll be objective.
You were in a helicopter crash, which was destroyed the entire helicopter in 1969.
Right. That's right.
Tell us about that.
We set out, excuse me, it was flood duty in 1969. There were a great number of floods in the area. We were flying to Red Wing, Minnesota. We were in one of those, I don't know the designation of the helicopter, but you've all seen them. During the Whirlybird series a few years ago on TV, the ones with the bubble fronts, the bell choppers. Well, they took the radio and some of the gear out to lighten the load so that a cameraman and me, at that time I weighed 230 pounds. And then
Is that right?
Yeah. And the pilot, and we were all really a two-man chopper, but the three of us in camera gear got in. We made it to Red Wing, the location where a group of Indians were supposedly cut off by the floodwaters. He put the chopper down. Unbeknownst to any of us, there was a rise in the land. His tail rotor was knocked off. He didn't like where he landed, not knowing the tail rotor was gone, which controls the craft. He picked it up. We started flying straight up, started bending off to the right and right into a building. We were about 30 feet up at the time, going full speed ahead, and he was out of control. I knew it. Thank goodness I had a pair of heavy-duty rubber boots on my knees. And when we hit that great big wooden building, thank goodness it was wooden, all the plexiglass came in, but that was caught or buffered by the boots, and that caught a lot of the glass flying in. But the landing skid broke off on impact. The metal broke, the pipe came back and grazed me right here and just went right between the pilot's head and mine. The gas tanks ruptured, but thank goodness no fire. So we all should have been, normally you'd be killed in a wreck like that, but we were just all very super fortunate.
What was your reaction to that whole thing?
Well, it was stunned. I really didn't black out. Just for maybe a second, I got up and there were a bunch of construction men around watching, just agog and aghast that somebody had lived through it. And I think I uttered some sort of nasty comment to the effect of, will you help get me out of here?
Really?
Yeah.
Did it have any philosophical effect on you?
Yeah, the philosophical, I'm not so sure about that, but for a long time I didn't want to fly again.
Ruth
and it's taken me a long time.
She seems to be nodding there.
Probably more of a trauma for her,
I've never been so mad at KSTP in my whole life. That's for sure.
That was her initial reaction. It was not KSTP's fault, as she knows and I know. We're not going to get into fixing blame, but the station had nothing to do with it at all. It was a case of somebody else's error. But her initial reaction was just anger. Why did, this look like a risky business? Well, anything we do is risky, when we go out on a story like that.
Stan, some people have said, though, coming that close to death has made them reevaluate life. A lot of people go into new careers or completely change their lives around after an experience like that. Anything like that happen to you?
I think a lot about it to this day. As far as rearranging my life or career, I'm just very, very thankful, obviously. For some reason unknown to me, I was spared that time, and you just try to rededicate yourself. I know that sounds corny, but you come that close, as you say.
Do you want to stay in this business?
Yes, very much so. I'd like to stay in this area, too. I like it. It's my home. I have a lot of friends here, and I like to think I make new friends all the time. I like opportunities like this to meet people and see the folks who are kind enough to look in on us at night.
Good.
And your show as well. So that might sound like a Boy Scout pledge, but I mean it.
Steve, ask him what kind of a doctor sewed him up.
What kind of a doctor sewed him up?
I wasn't too fussy. After the crash, you mean?
Yeah.
A baby doctor, but he did a nice job, didn't he? I wasn't fussy. I didn't need to see his diploma.
They wrote me a letter and said, now you know what your wife goes through.
Oh, the great war stories we tell. Huh?
Yes.
Well, good. I want to thank you both very much for joining us today.
Thank you. Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Stan Turner and his wife, Ruth. Thank you.
Let me show you why Hollywood bread is different from other breads. We use flour ground from lettuce, carrots, celery, and 5 other vegetables. We mix these flours with stone ground wheat. We add natural honey and molasses, but no shortening. No other bread we know of is made like Hollywood bread. No other bread we know of tastes like Hollywood bread.
Eleanor Hansberry's Calorie and Carbohydrate Guide. Free where you buy Hollywood bread.
Boy, oh boy, Billy the Kid.
Hey, get a load of these. Billy the Kid Super Duper No Iron Zigzag Denim Jeans and Vest.
Boy, oh boy, Billy Billy the Kid.
Real class, great fit with metric fit. Great Billy the Kid zigzag denim coordinates.
Boy, oh boy, Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid from the Children's Department at Donaldson's.
These are scenes from this year's Stairway to Stardom at Diamond Gyms, a program that gives amateur acts a chance to perform. If you'd like to be a part of the next Stairway to Stardom at Diamond Gyms, just call 225-2828, and we'll send you all the information. So if you sing, dance, juggle, or have any kind of act that you think should be considered, call in. Who knows? You might be the next Stairway to Stardom winner.
We're back again, and it's household hints time. And you might remember we started out talking about a good way that